So finally, the Hammer Catalyst is at the top. At the release of End of Dragons, it was a joke. Now it is a dominating force. The strengths of this build are its strong mobility, incredible burst damage, decent sustain, and of course the fantastic dueling capabilities. The weaknesses of this particular build, of course, are going to share what elementalists struggle with the most, which is damaging conditions, crowd control, and especially movement hampering effects. Now let's talk about the build. So the abilities are straightforward. I chose Soothing Waters for the condition cleanse as well as the CD reduction when done inside of the water sphere. I take Lightning Flash as a staple. It is a good escape, engage, chase. It has too many uses in repositioning that it's too valuable not to take. I take Signet of Air as the 25% movement speed running between nodes is incredibly strong, plus Stun Break and Blind help out significantly. I choose to take Fortified Earth for the 3 seconds of block and the shield after completion, but pro tip, when you want to guarantee the heal, pop Soothing Waters and then Fortified Earth. You will heal and cleanse while being protected, and then get a nice shield on the other end. Finally, the elite skill is Elemental Celerity. It offers too many versatile options in 1v1s that I can't recommend not taking it. The Traitlines are going to be Fire, Arcane, and of course Catalyst. Fire line, we are going to use Burning Fire, Power Overwhelming, and Pyromancer's Prescience. The additional condition cleanse is fantastic, and the easy might stacks during your fire attunement make Power Overwhelming and Pyromancer's supercharged. High damage, high burst. The Arcane line, we go Arcane Restoration, Elemental Lockdown, and Bountiful Power. The healing is Great Sustain when rotating through the elements. Elemental Lockdown is a bit of a pigeonhole choice, as Arcane Shielding is nice, but the 5-minute cooldown makes it not as valuable. Bountiful Power is fantastic because you get multiple boons just by going through your rotation and can average anywhere between 4 to 8% increased strike damage. The Catalyst line, I choose Vicious Empowerment, Evasive Empowerment, and of course Staunch Jars. Vicious Empowerment is nice, especially when you land CC in Air Attunement. The other choice, Energized Elements, but the extra crit really isn't all that needed. Evasive Empowerment is nice, especially the increased endurance regeneration. Staunch Jars is just nice to have. We need the stability, and this build kind of lacks it. The amulet you are going to run is Marauders for the vitality. Ellies have very low health, so the extra HP makes it easier to combat conditions and cleanse before things get bad. For runes, you have two options. You can utilize the Divinity rune, which is always a strong choice for the Elementalist, or you can utilize the Traveler rune. The Traveler rune offers some of the benefits of Divinity, plus movement speed and increased boon duration. The sigils I go with are Compounding and Cleansing, because the circulars that you have are applying the number of conditions baseline paired with Bountiful Power, you're going to be pumping out some severe damage. And of course, Cleansing is just that. Utilize Cleansing when transitioning elements. Of course, utilizing the attunements to handle the different flows of combat. Remember, fire is damage, water is healing and cleansing, air is crowd control, and earth is defensives. The standard fire burst rotation is going to be switching into fire attunement, popping Flame Wheel, landing Triple Seer into Molten End, and then surging flames. Make sure that your target is burning, because Molten End gives you a massive might boost and fury when your target is burning. Water attunement mirrors the PvE rotation. Pop Icy Coil, Crashing Font, Cleansing Typhoon, and then Rain of Blows. Remember also that water attunement is your weakest damage output. Air attunement is your standard CC rotation, with Windstorm, Hurricane of Pain, and then Shock Blast. Earth attunement is a bit more reactive to damage, but popping Rocky Loop for the extra defensives. You also have Immutable Stone, which once triggered will offer you a magnetic aura for any pesky ranged damage dealers. Ground Pound into Whirling Stones guarantees some severe bleeds. Your standard air fire burst combo is your massive go-to damage. Starting in air, pop Crescent Wind, Windstorm the target, and then when they are down, throw Shock Blast at them, Hurricane of Pain as you move close. Once the Shock Blast follows up with the CC, then switch to Fire Attunement, Triple Seer, deploy Fire Sphere, Molten End, and then Surging Flames. The instant heal combo is utilizing the water rotation but then popping elemental celerity and using it again. Crashing Font into Cleansing Typhoon, then elemental celerity into another Crashing Font and Cleansing Typhoon. This can easily heal you for 7 to 14k depending on how many targets you hit. One of the best combos that I use is a Flash combo. Utilizing Lightning Flash, you can catch enemies off guard by teleporting on top of them to guarantee the Windstorm ability hit. Most of the abilities of the Catalyst are a slower cast and they are telegraphed pretty well, so hitting an ability may prove challenging against skilled opponents. Once you are within range, wind up your Windstorm, your Molten End, your Ground Pound. Use Lightning Flash to teleport on top of the target without interrupting the cast animation to nearly guarantee a hit. Keep in mind that this is a typically aggressive playstyle and could leave you vulnerable with no escape. For your movement abilities, you have 2 extra movement leaps that can help you move forward, towards nodes or away from enemies, and that's Windstorm and Crashing Font. Make sure you deselect the target to utilize Crashing Font in the direction you are facing. Windstorm, you just need to face the opposite direction of where you want to go before you cast. So as an elementalist, even a beefy one with the Catalyst, you must choose your battles appropriately. I personally focus on capturing home node first and then inform my teammates of my intentions. Typically on the side nodes, you will see high mobility classes such as other Ellies, Thieves, Rangers, or Mesmers. Ellies and Rangers are fairly easy to deal with, while Mesmers and Thieves give you a lot more trouble. Your focus in these duels is to burn through their CDs and leave them vulnerable for your Air Fire Burst combo. Your opening should depend on who you're about to combat. I personally like the Lightning Flash Windstorm combo to guarantee the knockdown and then follow up with a stun and then the Fire Burst. They typically have to use a stun break or a heal after that combo. Depending on how the flow of combat goes, you can switch into Earth and follow up or into Water for healing and Condition Cleanse. Because Ellies have plenty of sustain and defenses, plus the durability of the Catalyst, you can hang in longer than most other professions in a duel. If you read a situation and you don't think you can win the duel or capture the node without putting yourself in danger, losing a node to a cap is more beneficial than dying. While you are fighting against another player on a node, pay attention to your enemy spawn and other nodes. If a roamer comes in to contest a 2v1, your chances of winning drop significantly. Retreat if you can, either with Lightning Flash or Fortified Earth in Immutable Stone to reflect ranged projectiles. If you think you can win, down one enemy as soon as possible and then fight near them. You cleave hard enough that you can finish them off quickly. And without saying more, also just try to stay on the node. If you read that you cannot win a fight on a node, rotate to mid and see if you can't destabilize the enemy team with either AoE stun or your high damage. Remember to focus the supports. Do not stay too long, however. Your priority is side nodes. Ensure home is safe, utilize your speed to pressure far. As a special note, Blade Sworns are probably your biggest threat, or more so, everyone's biggest threat. They have incredible damage, sustain, movement, and a bit of broken gameplay. Be warned that it is incredibly hard to win a 1v1 against them. In most ranked matches, you'll find that there are 1 to 2 enemy Blade Sworns, so get used to it. Not all Blade Sworns are the same skill level, however, so don't assume that they are a pro. If you engage them and they aren't playing the profession well, exploit it. Power Catalyst is in an amazing spot right now and is one of the strongest professions in play. If you want to learn the hidden tips of how to swing the hammer better, then the video featured here is for you. These secret tips are both for PvE and PvP. Stay caffeinated, folks. I'll see you out there.